Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone out there in the social media world. Yes, how are you? How are you? Listen, I'm Kathy,
And I am Kyle.
and we're perfectly matched. Yes, we're back again with episode number two, maybe three. We did a for those that tuned in and those that came, we did a Toast to Love brunch. And shout out to Revival Christian Church. Thank you for your invitation. It was a wonderful, wonderful event.
Absolutely.
Just experiencing love and marriage and all good things. It was great.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about it. What did we talk about? Love in action. Yep, love in action. That's how it goes. It's
Absolutely.
love in action, baby. Yes, and that's tonight. Tonight we have a great topic tonight. We're happy that all of you are going to tune in and take part in this conversation. Listen, we want to hear your questions. We want to hear your comments. We're going to be responding live tonight. Live.
Oh, yeah.
We responding live to all questions and all comments. So listen, while you on here, share this live to your feed. Please take a moment and share this live to your feed so all those that are your friends, our friends, together friends, we got mutual friends. We can all get together tonight and have a great conversation. We won't be long,
Won't be long.
as the preachers say.
Won't be before you long.
As the preachers say.
That they say.
You know they lying.
All men are lying.
On the pulpit.
All men are lying. But it's all
But we there. Yeah. It's all good. So our subject today is
what about me?
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 I think sometimes in relationships,
Yeah.
sometimes people, especially if you're in it for a little bit of time, you got some years under your belt, or some months and years under your belt, and you find yourself going along with life. You're working. Maybe both of you are working. You and your spouse are working. You may have children. There may be a lot of things that's going on. You might be
Right.
in ministry. You might have a public service position that you have. You might be doing different things. So you might be stretched in a lot of different areas. And if you're stretched, sometimes you feel like that person might not be. Uh,
That's our dog. We do a live situation right here. That's our dog. Yeah.
so
Yep.
you might feel like I'm feeling
Yeah.
picked
I
up.
got you. I got you.
You
I
hear me?
got you. Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so there may be somebody that might feel like that everything going on, their their resources are stretched out in so many different areas to where they have their job gets their attention, their kids get their attention, their ministry gets their attention, all these different things get your attention, but your spouse.
Your spouse.
And you feel like well, they know me, they know what I'm doing, they know all the things that I'm experiencing, they know all the situations that I'm in, they know how I'm responding to all these different things, they know how in demand I am. But they may know it, but that doesn't deter them from feeling, well, what about me?
Yeah.
Having that moment of, what, I just feel like I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing all these different things, and I don't get and I don't feel it reciprocated. So sometimes that question pops up. And what do we do in the time when that time comes? How do we respond when that time in a marriage comes? And it's happened.
Yeah, listen, it happens all the time. Listen, we can be real about it, right? Because when somebody feel like I guess the better word for it in some cases is being taken advantage of, and it feels like it.
Yeah.
It feels, I will say it, not that the person is taking advantage of them, but it feels like the person is taking advantage of their husband or their wife for the things they do. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can feel it, like like for instance, like if for a soft example,
Uh-huh.
a very soft example.
Come on.
That's like a husband, right? Who always shoveling the snow because we've had a lot of snow lately,
We had a lot of good snow this year.
and not just a little bit of snow. We've had mounds of snow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Right.
It's been a while.
Right.
I've missed it.
It's
I've
oh,
missed
you
it.
have.
I have. I've miss snow.
Oh,
We've had some warm winters over the last couple years,
okay,
you
okay.
know, and I know I don't want to be that guy like,
Right.
oh, don't say it, don't jinx it. I don't
Jinx.
look. I don't
Hey
believe in
Kim, what's
jinxing.
up, baby?
You know what I mean?
Listen, share this to your page, girl.
You know, I don't believe in jinxing. But
Yes.
you know, we if we have a winner.
Yeah,
I
a
think
winner.
Pastor Eric Levin said it best. You
What's
know, if
that?
you got 4 seasons, you're gonna have a winter. You're gonna have cold. And God got storehouses of snow, so He gonna share a little bit with us some of it.
Yes,
So
but
I'm
back to
okay with
my
that.
story.
But but
But as an
shoveling
example,
snow.
right, shoveling snow.
Mhm.
So your husband shovels the snow. Well, hopefully, everybody can. Some females like to get out there and shovel.
They like to exercise.
Not me. I don't
They
like it.
they like to get their blood pumping a little
When
bit.
I was single and I had an apartment, I still didn't shovel. I barely wanted to clean my car off.
Mhm.
Okay, never. I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But okay, so say
And you
shoveling.
shouldn't have to.
But you're single, so you ain't got no choice.
But you
You
got
better get your
if
ice scraper.
you got an apartment, you ain't got to shovel it.
You will know you ain't got to dig yourself out, but you do got to wipe off your car.
That's true.
So, right? So your husband, he's shoveling every season. We live in Northeast, right? So we live up Northeast, so we're going to have snow. So you're talking about years and years. So we've been married for almost 24 years, 24 in April, y'all.
Next,
No,
almost
not yet. It's
oh,
still February. This is
still
the
February
last
last day.
day. That's
Last day
right.
for
That's
that.
right. That's right.
Last day
So,
for that.
and he's been shoveling the snow for
24,
23,
23,
20. We're going to say 24.
almost
We're
24.
going to say 24. We're going to say 24. 24 years he been shoveling the snow. He could easily feel like, dang, this is just my inevitable job that I got to shovel the snow. Well, what you say? I say yeah.
Absolutely. And that's just the makeup that I have. You know what I
But
mean?
that's what you choose
And
because
that's what I
because
want.
well that's what you want, right? But the thing is that it's not a role, it's just what you choose as a
Responsibility.
responsibility,
Right.
right? So that's just like a woman, right? Who cook. Cause my girl Kim be throwing down, ain't that right, Kim?
Should be burning
And
in a
Kim,
good way.
right, and you cook 7 days a week
Hmm.
for almost, well, at least, I mean, we get breaks in between, but say for 24 years you've been the predominant cook in your marriage for 24 years.
Yeah.
At some point, like I said, this is a soft example.
Hmm.
Some point you can feel like you're being taken advantage of
Right.
because it's like you got two hands. I know your mama
Hmm.
taught you how to make some eggs. Like I know they got air fryers out here. Like, and I'm not talking about going out and getting food because that's a way as well.
Right.
But I'm talking about they got air fryers. Like, what's wrong with your hands? Why you can't line up the spatula and the butter and rock out? Because I know we teaching our son how to cook, whether it's waffles or eggs, because at some point he gonna have to cook for himself and maybe have to cook in his household. You can't starve to death, right?
That's right.
So sometimes in this soft example of that you may feel like you're getting taken advantage of, so you don't feel the love and the care from the other person. Be like, oh, I got it. Okay, well, we're gonna switch off. I'll take Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So because it's 7 days a week. So oh well, even though she may get four, you could take three, right? So I mean, for 24 years after that, I mean, come on,
That's I mean, and that's a good
that's a
example.
compromise,
That's a good example of a compromise,
right?
and I feel like that's valid, you know.
Right, right.
And I think sometimes in relationships we get stuck in a rhythm of doing and doing and doing and doing, and we just automatically just assume that that's that person's job or that's that
Right.
person's responsibility.
Kim just said Kyle's job is to shovel. I said what I said.
It is what it is.
Amen,
It is what
sis.
it is. And listen, I love it because it is an exercise. It does
Listen,
help
ain't
get my
nobody
mind
mad
in
at it. Who
place.
gonna be mad at it?
I'm not slighting it at all.
Listen.
But sometimes you can get in the rhythm of doing and doing and doing,
Right, right,
and you realize it's like, okay, I've been doing this for so long.
right.
You know, I need some reprieve,
You need some.
or there's or maybe or maybe, and we have social media that's so prevalent in front of us,
Right.
and we see all these people posting these different things sometimes, and you know, you can have somebody that looks and says, you know, oh man, I wish I wish my spouse could do that, or I I like I knew when that happened before, you know, that I got that before, and maybe, you know, I wish I had that again, you know, and sometimes you don't, you get stuck in a position of where you're feeling like, you got to guard it because you feel like you can become covetous, you know,
Mhm.
and that's a dangerous place to be.
Listen, but then listen, they can do what I did. Go get a snowblower. Listen, I knew, listen, we are becoming a particular age. You know, we want to protect the heart.
Right.
We want to protect the body because listen, I ain't doing life without him at all.
Amen.
I'm not. He ain't doing life without me
I
at
appreciate
all. Right? I'm speaking for you. Okay, amen. But like you were saying, yeah, you look at somebody else like on social media or somebody else that you even know, and you see their life, and you like, oh man, they don't leave their they look at what they do for their wife on the 3 days of the week where she ain't gotta cook.
Uh-huh.
They take her out, or they cooking for them, or they go get something, or just to make sure the family is running the way that they would like it to run. It's always nice to give a reprieve. And if that's an issue in your marriage where you feel like you're being taken advantage of in a sense, or taken for granted for the things that you do, then you need to have a conversation.
Conversation needs to happen,
Yes.
and that's one of the parts of this topic that I love, is because it us being able to bring it up is being able to have a discussion in a good space to where you're saying, okay, you know what, and you can present it to where it's not a complaint. You know what I mean? It could just be a discussion like, hey, and a lot of times it's like how you talk to your spouse and how you bring up something that's on your heart, something that's been on your mind for a period of time. And so it's like, how can I approach this? And this really is being able to just have a good conversation, good discussion, you know what I mean? And then being able to um, listen, especially us men, especially us brothers. Sometimes we might not want to hear, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Like, sometimes you be like, okay, it's like, what do you want to say? What do you want? What's going on now? What did I do now? But it's like really being able to listen and hear what's being said and not
Right.
feel defensive. Because we can be in the position where we get defensive because we feel like, well, I do this and I
Right.
do that and I have done this and I have done that. Like you've gotten this before, or you've gotten that before, but not being so defensive, and being able to hear brothers, hear what our spouses are saying about, or our wives are saying about how they feel about a particular thing that has bothered them or that's on their heart. Because I feel like that's really important. And if somebody is giving you their heart, and that person has your heart, it's your
Right.
responsibility to take care of the things that they need. You know what I mean? To provide for them.
Right.
Then part of the provision is that emotional stability that they might need in that space. It might be a physical need that they might have in that space, and
Mhm.
so we have to be able to listen and really hear what they're saying, and not be so defensive, not just jump on just throw your hands up. Like, listen to the conversation and be able to talk it out.
And even you talking about that, sometimes Reggie said, I'm learning. I'm trying. Listen, that's all. Listen, that's a starting point, right?
All right.
Communication is especially good when it's done in a respectful way. 100%. Right. Respectfully done. And you should respect one another. Like we always say, you love each other. This is your person. Why would you want to be disrespectful? Why is I wonder, like, just why is there so much anger and so much combativeness? I believe it's the devil,
It is
man.
the enemy.
Because there's no way in the world that the person that you love the most, the person that you've given your
Everything.
heart to,
Yeah.
I mean, besides Christ, amen. But the person that you've given your heart to, that you can't seem to be able to connect and communicate in a way that brings unity and strength to your marriage. Because the important part of it is this, right? If I'm talking to you in a respectful manner and I got something that I'm trying to say that I feel like over here, hey, you taking advantage of me,
Mhm.
or not advantage, but you taking me for granted in this area, because sometimes it's easy to, like you said earlier, it's easy to become used to just the flow and how things and how your marriage and your rhythm of life and how it goes, that sometimes you often do feel taken for granted, and then that's just how somebody else can jump in.
Mhm.
That's what they say,
Yeah.
but I just don't agree with that. But
Listen,
like,
it's
everybody say that, but
it's a valid
it's
point.
a valid point, but it's
But it's
not.
not a good excuse for it,
No, it's not.
especially
It sucks to
like
say that.
in defense of
That statement.
the statement. I really don't like the term cleanup woman, and I mean
I hate
it's an
it.
old school
I hate it.
it's an old school term.
It sucks.
And it while it's something that could happen
Does happen.
generally, I feel like it's more of an onus on the man
Right.
to
Agreed.
to be
And
in
a woman,
to be
because they can have a cleanup man.
oh, true, true,
We've seen it. We
true.
we we have seen it.
That is true. But
I'm
I mean, it's more
for
the
real,
onus is on that
y'all.
person
It's out
still
there.
because it's about self control and it's
Right. It
about being
is.
selfless
Right.
and more instead of being more selfish because
Right.
that can drum up those selfish feelings
Right.
of what about me
What about me?
when you're feeling neglected, when you're not
Right.
feeling like you're being um, treated the way that you desire to be treated,
Mm-hmm.
when you feel like you're not getting the things that you desire to get, like sometimes that can rise up and you can get those feelings of
Selfishness.
selfish and you want to and just want to be satisfied in a certain way, you know what I mean? And so I think it's important for us to avoid that what about me syndrome, you
Right.
know.
Then what about me syndrome? It's heavy,
It's,
because when you start to think, so like when stuff happened, like in your marriage and stuff like that, and you start to feel like, oh, well, what about me? Then you start developing an attitude
yeah.
and an animosity against your wife or your husband, all because you gotta speak up, all because you decide that you decide that this is something that you just don't want anymore, because all because you feel neglected.
Yeah.
It starts that, like, you start to feel like you're taken for granted, but now you feel neglected.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, and when you start to feel neglected, then you start to act like the what about me? That's that part. What about me? Well, I was doing this, and that,
Hmm.
and you and this, and that, and I'm doing this, and that, and your marriage becomes lopsided.
Right.
And it should be a balance there. You know what I mean? It needs to be a balance there.
It has to.
Right.
It has to. And I think we can always go to the word.
Is that
And I,
better? Is this mic louder? Let us know.
what about testing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you. It's just low. You
Can you
just
hear me?
low. Yes, I can hear you well.
I think it's my Mac Daddy vibe. I'm trying to get
Your
to.
Mac Daddy, right?
That's what they said on the.
Yeah, you talking
Yeah,
low sometimes. Don't talk too low.
talk too
Oh
low.
my.
Okay,
Oh, that's
so
better. So,
we can always go back to the word and what the word says about how to treat somebody. You
Mhm.
know, because the word really does give an answer to life situations. You know, and we go away from it all the time, but it is really what it says. And so, Ephesians chapter 4 verses 2 and 3, it says, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity in of the
Spirit.
spirit in the bond of peace.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Ephesians 4, 2 and 3. You know, and it you just having that lowliness and meekness and that long suffering, it is a fruit of the spirit. It is something that we need God's help with at times, because the life does have those moments where we're just expelling so much of our energy and our talents to so many different areas. Excuse me. And you feel like you have to do all these different things to be able to uh lose my train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you're doing so many different things, and you have to be able to recognize when uh the physical is wearing out and when you have to tap into the spiritual realm. And that's part of the fruit of the spirit, is being able to have that long suffering, being, you know what,
Mm-hmm.
I might be feeling this way, Lord, I feel this way, help me help me to respond in a proper way. Help me to respond in a way where I can be be a benefit to my family, continue to be a benefit to my family, and not become uh, covetous and hurt and have that response of
Right.
bitterness and anger
Right.
and then you begin getting short with your spouse. You know, those short. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Right. That do turn into that. Then you be like, hello, hello,
Hey,
hello. And then you wonder like, dang, well, what's wrong with you?
right.
Like, what's up with you? Why you acting like that lately? And because you didn't communicate with respect, you didn't communicate well, then now all of a sudden now the person on the receiving end of this don't even know what happened. They don't even know why you treat them that way. They're like, well, dang, what did I do? You know, like he's so moody or she's so moody. Like, what's happening? They don't even understand,
Yeah.
you know, don't even understand what's happening. You know what I mean? So it's like it's just crazy that we in marriage, when it comes to communicating how we feel one to another, that we can't focus in on the fact that we love each other
Yes.
enough to say, you know, listen, this is where I feel I'm being taken for granted, or this is where I feel like I'm giving my all and I just don't I feel like the weight of it is not okay. Like it's not even. And it don't necessarily have to be even. It just need to be felt. You know what I mean? Yo, y'all know we doing a live, right? So I'm getting ready to yell at my son and tell him to be quiet because I don't know where his phone at. We are real up and perfectly matched. Okay? Y'all know it to be true. So hold your horses in 1 second. I'm telling you, we come. And we're back. Back like a commercial for 2 seconds.
And we're back.
And we're back. He up here disrupting us, y'all, but we ain't gonna get on that. Hello. Like he don't he just, you know, whatever. It's all good. But on
Kids
the
being kids.
kids being kids. But back to what we were talking about, just the fact that even when you're in marriage and things begin to feel lopsided, you know what I'm saying? When things been like you might be going through a situation, right? Personally. So say if your marriage and somebody is sick, you know what I mean? And they have like a chronic sickness. And maybe they got a chronic sickness. And you feel like all you do is give to that person. Yeah, you put in for it. That's your commitment, love. What's the vows? Till
It's for better or for
is for
worse.
better for worse in
Sickness and health.
until
Death
do
do you
you
part.
part. You can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
death, death, death. That's it. Death do you part. Okay, you can't go anywhere. So when you're dealing with this situation and you feeling like it's lopsided and that one person is giving more than the other, then the other person, the one that is receiving, gotta be aware.
Have to.
You got to be aware about the pull that you're putting on your person, the pull that you're putting on your husband, the pull that you're putting on your wife. Like at some point, it's a lot.
It's a lot. And
It's a lot.
and that's the important part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Um the union, the matrimony, the connection that you have because you give out so much to so many different people
Right.
in this life that we live. Like I said, whether it's ministry, whether it's work, whether it's to your children, to everyday life, you give out so much. So you need somebody to be able to give back to you.
Right.
You need that recharge. You need that reset. And who better than the one that you devoted yourself to, the one that is one. You're one with each other. So if you're really one, if you're really that match together, then you're going to be able to recognize that. Hey, I gotta give that extra 10% for her, 110% for her.
Right.
I got to be able to get that extra 110% for him because I'm giving, I'm depleted on the 100, but that 10% is what I gotta do that extra for. And if you're both doing the extra
Mm-hmm.
to be able to give of yourself, then that way you're gonna feel that uplifted. You're gonna feel you're not gonna have to wonder what about me because you're doing everything that the other needs, and the other one is doing the same thing.
That's right. Tam said once that communication is had, the load lifts.
Yeah,
Yo,
absolutely.
100%, Tam. Listen, when that communication between you and him and y'all talking
Yeah.
and you're saying, listen, man, I can't handle it no more. It's way too much. Like, I'm tired of dropping the son off every day at school.
Or daughter, or
Can we
daughter,
or daughter, can we
the
share?
kids.
Can we share? Like, if that's gonna be my role, if that's gonna be my responsibility, not my role, if that's gonna be my responsibility, and you see that every day I'm yelling and arguing, I got road rage, I'm ready to shoot everybody up in the up in Philly, going up Germantown Avenue with the fly booze, then someday you should be like, I got off today, babe. I got you.
Yeah,
You know, it's just that simple. And just you doing that, just like off of one time.
yeah,
One time, like, we're not saying like constantly, always, always, because your responsibilities is typically what your responsibilities are.
right.
Like, I mean, really, because that's how your schedule is, that's how your life work out.
Mm.
But just alleviating,
Yeah,
that alleviating of that pressure consistently.
it's the consideration.
The cons you preaching.
It's to be considered.
It's the
I
consideration.
consider
Listen, take note on
things.
that.
I consider your
Yeah.
work. I consider you've done this for so many times. I got this today. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
being
That
able
part.
being able to come home, say like work early and be like, they don't cook. I got dinner tonight. It might be mystery night. We might
We do have those.
y'all, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. My wife had a day, so it was a Wednesday. This past Wednesday.
Okay.
I was going to prayer and
I
Bible
was
study.
fact checking.
I was going to prayer. I wanted. I was like, I want to go. As soon as I'm done work, I want to get to prayer and Bible study. I haven't been in a couple weeks now. I got to get back to getting there more regularly. Got go to prayer and Bible study, y'all. It's important for your Christian walk. And so I was like, I'm going. I'm going.
And your marriage.
Amen. And so I was like, you know what? But I'm not going to leave her here, but with him by herself. I'm gonna make
Amen.
sure I get dinner taken care of, so they don't got nothing to worry about. I'm gonna get dinner, then I'm gonna go to prayer and Bible study. So I don't want her to have to worry about doing nothing. I go out and get dinner. I swore I was doing something. I got something healthy too. I got Greek cuisine. I got Greek food. I brought it back in here. It was salad, it was onions and lettuce and tomatoes and rice and pita bread and chicken off the spit, chicken, the Euro chicken, had beef and lamb Euro chicken and all that stuff. Had grilled chicken legs and grilled chicken breasts, like just laid out all this. I thought I was doing something special. It was nut. They had everything, and they had a little corner French fries up in the top too. So I was like, the little boy can have something too, a little something to satisfy the palate. Man, I'm sitting up in Bible study, and all of a sudden I get my text. What is this? What is this? I thought this was a stromboli. What's this? I'm like, it's dinner. It's Greek. Y'all don't like? It's not. Is it not good? Isn't it delicious? It's. I love this spot. It's so good.
It was
Anyway,
nasty.
it's called Brilliant. It's up on Coppin Avenue.
It's,
It's a plug. You're welcome, Brilliant. If y'all get anything from this, hit
you
up.
can sponsor us, girl, and then I like
You know
it.
what I'm saying? But it was. I love this stuff. It's so good. They was like, "What is this?" And Caleb barely ate anyone. So I swore I was doing something. So I was being considerate. You know, he was being considerate, and
Being
and
considerate.
it was appreciated.
It was
But
appreciated.
it was like next time,
Ask.
I just knew I was doing something.
We didn't like it.
Yeah, it's all
The
right.
chicken,
The
the
chicken
chicken
is
was,
so good.
the chicken was.
It's just the spice, the Greek spices that you.
I'm not a fan,
Wow.
but I did appreciate the consideration.
Amen.
The consideration was nice, and but the problem was, y'all, I didn't want to get stuck on the food, but the problem was this this brother bought a huge box of this mess.
It was.
Like, huge. This
It's
joint
a
was like
great deal.
a family meal for like five.
It's a great deal.
It was so nasty.
How you can feed a family of 4 or 5 on this thing for about 25.
Thank you, Tam. Tam said, I feel you.
About $25 family for they eating good off this whole thing.
And he was good. He was the family of four that ate it because we didn't. We was like, no, no, thank you. The best thing on that joint was the pita bread.
Oh my! This chicken is
Yo,
delicious. I don't know what y'all.
listen.
The,
Kim said we have to be considerate of each other. Period. Period.
Yes.
The truth is, we do have to be considerate of each other, period, no matter what it is, no matter what moment it is, whatever, what time it is. In your seasons that of you have, and even when you're sick, you still need to be
Yes.
considerate. Like, yeah, I remember when I was pregnant, right? I was pregnant, and one of the pastors at our old church, he was like, he told him, "You better be careful." Look, I took a little offense to it. He was like, "You better be careful, doing all this while she pregnant, cause she gonna want you to do all this when she ain't had no baby no more." You're right.
Hmm.
You're right. Stellas, thank you. Yes, Kathy would have. Yes, thank you. Yes, you're right. You're right. I would expect it, right? So I was like, well, that's just being considerate. I'm pregnant. He's going above and beyond because I'm in a space where at this point I'm 8, 9 months and I can't do a whole lot, let alone tie my shoe, let alone breathe. You know what I mean? I got a whole big baby inside of me, right? So when he said that, Kyle was like, "Oh, no, 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 don't worry about that." And I promise you, things have not changed since then. It's true. It's true. Yo, tripping. Yes, brother was tripping, right? And I was like, well, I said, isn't that the way it's supposed to be?
Supposed to be.
Like, shouldn't you want to cater to
That's
your wife?
that's
Like, what's wrong with that? Why is
that's
that? Hey, answer me, men that's out there. Why is that such a punkish move? Husband, why do men feel that way?
I don't know. Because I can't because I don't operate that way
I
because
don't get it.
I see you as me. We're one.
Right.
And I see you that I want to give you everything that I possibly can to make sure that you have the life that I feel like you deserve. The
And,
life that you
and
want.
that's a beautiful
You
thing.
know, and it's like I want to make sure that the way that you give yourself to so many different people in different aspects of life and different avenues and ministry and all these different things, you go 100%. So you love somebody, you love them 100.
Yeah, but I just don't.
Hard.
Yeah, but to me, it just seemed
And
like,
so I feel like for
uh huh.
you being doing that, then I need to be able to give you what you deserve, because you give out so much, because you do so many different things.
Right.
You help so many different people. You
Okay.
bless so many different people. And so, because you're my wife, I want you to have all the things that you deserve.
Right. But it's like, do y'all feel me out there? Because it feel like it's this bad stigma for wives to dote on their husbands, to cater to their husbands. They're like, oh, oh, oh. And then it's like this bad stigma for men to dote on their wives. Like it's just this combination. But to me, again, like I hate giving credit, but it's the devil.
It's corny.
Like, and it's corny. Like, seriously. Like, why you allowing somebody that ain't married
Mhm.
or somebody that don't get catered to affect how you should and want to be in your own marriage?
And then it's
Like,
the argument
what?
of, oh, don't do that for him. He gonna do this.
Right.
I've heard the story about people walking out on
Right.
somebody. Oh, don't buy that man a pair of shoes. He gonna walk out your life.
That's garbage.
You bought me my first pair of Timbs, the good one.
And you've been stomping in the house ever
Been
since. Like,
stomping ever since. You bought me sneakers. You bought me jeans. You got me out of the t-shirt because I used to wear the butt naked Timbs all the time
butt naked.
with
Oh,
the
Lord.
blue jeans and the white tees.
Yes.
That's what I grew up with.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I was wearing when I was able to get my stuff for myself. I got a
Uh huh.
pack of Hanes and wore some Levi's jeans with some Timbs.
Well, that was attractive to me because I ain't like no punk men in
The
church.
rough guy.
Yeah,
Gotta be.
I like the
Anyway,
man to praise him hard.
anyway, so but you started getting me stuff that actually I look fly in.
Right,
You
right.
you
Come
gave me a
on,
different taste of
let's go.
what looks good. You know what I mean? And so I appreciated that. And so being able to have that that you feed me. You feed me. Like I come in from work and you got my plate ready. I'm like,
Don't tell him all my
I'm like,
secrets. It's like,
I walk in the door, I put my stuff down, babe, you ready to eat now? Or you need a minute? Like that speaks volumes. And
amen.
I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to eat now. Let me just go up. I'm gonna go up, get washed up, change, come back down. And my plate is ready. I got my spices on there the way that I like it. She does everything that I need in those moments. And it's like that feeling of knowing that somebody is caring about you enough to feed you the way that you like to be.
Right on, right on.
Why wouldn't I want to respond in a way that's doting on to her to make her feel like I care just as well about you as you do about me? So I'm gonna come in here as bad as my hand feel, and I'm gonna rub on your foot and make sure you feeling better.
Oh, now you're
You know
gonna
what I
make
mean?
me feel bad
I don't
because
want
your
to do that.
hand is
I don't wanna,
hurting.
no, no, but
I don't
that's what
care.
I'm
It's like
saying.
that's
I'm just saying.
inconsiderate,
But
right?
it's being considerate for me that I don't want her to feel that I'm not considering and I'm not grateful for what I get and receive. So I want to
Right,
make sure that she feels
right,
that I'm grateful. And so I want to do that in my actions. I want to show her the
right.
love that I have.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like I just couldn't I still just don't get and understand why you allow those kinds of thoughts of loving on your spouse to the utmost to be negative.
Yeah.
And it's coming from the world.
Mm.
It's coming from the world because the world is capitalistic.
They are.
It's if I give to you, you give to it's like that. And that's not God. That's not the kingdom.
That's not
We're
good.
not in the we're not living in this world. We're living in the
Come
kingdom.
on.
The kingdom acts different. The kingdom responds different. The kingdom works different. We that system of this world is you do for me, I'll do for you. No, the kingdom system is I do for you no matter what you
No matter
do
what you
or no matter what
what you
you
don't
don't
do.
do.
Absolutely.
That's the kingdom.
And that's the word.
And that's the word. It's the kingdom. And people get caught up in that reciprocity kind of thing in their marriage. You know what I mean? And it's not like that. And it's not like that. The Bible, God fills every void, even when you're not getting all that you think that you deserve from your mate. God still, you still got a responsibility to love him, to honor him, to care for him, no matter what's happening. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be that way.
Come on.
Here you go. People see what they want and then they're not getting it, so they hate on it. 100%, Tam. There's nothing wrong with catering to your spouse, for real.
Nothing wrong with
With to have love on and appreciate each other. It's an honor to serve my husband because he deserves it. 100%.
Come on, Kim.
A hundred
That was Kim,
percent.
right?
Yeah, that was Kim.
Yeah, Kim.
100%. You deserve you. It deserves. You
It's
just deserves.
and it takes us right to love because they deserve love in actions. Romans chapter 12 is love must be sincere. I'm coming from the NIV. Love must be sincere.
Right on.
Hate what is evil, cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another
Honor
above yourselves.
above yourself.
Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse. Rejoice with them that those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. Live in
In
harmony with
harmony.
one another.
Harmony.
Do not be proud, that's pride, but be willing to associate with people of low position. Do not be conceited. It keeps going on, but I'm gonna stop
Listen,
right there. It's so
right.
many, but it's so much. It's Romans chapter 12 again. It's so much there because it's just talking about how you are just supposed to be as a believer, as a follower of Christ to other people, but most importantly, to your wife, to your husband,
Right
to
on.
your spouse. Love must be sincere. Don't do it out of a private heart, or don't do it out of a. Sometimes you got to push through it,
Yeah.
because you might feel that moment of, "Oh, I'm gonna do this again." I'm like, but I need. Lord, I need some help. I need some help with this. And really talk to the Lord about it. Really bring it to the Lord about it. And when you bring it to the Lord, you will see the change in you, and then you'll see the change in your spouse.
And plus, you be an example to your children. You know, your children are watching you. They're watching how you treat your spouse. They're watching how you do things in your marriage. Because just like I told him before, I told somebody before. I think I said it even at the Toast to Love brunch at Revival Church. Pastor Jen and Pastor Solomon, James Solomon, right? Was my son? He rushes to my car door to open the door for me
Oh yeah.
because he watched his father do it. You have to be an example. You know what I mean?
He
And
tried to
when
race me to the door.
yeah,
That's
but
my job.
right, but now he has an example of how he should treat women and how he should treat his mother, how he's going to treat his sister, how he's going to treat his future wife, you know, and in those things, and you have to replicate, you have to keep being an example, you have to keep pushing it, you have to keep telling everybody, showing everybody. I think that we as a couple and as couples that's out there, you take the opportunity, don't be ashamed.
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed to love your spouse out loud.
Out loud.
Anybody that can't love you out loud and just want to love you in secret, yo, that's whack.
Look.
Like, that's whack, man. You got to be loved out loud.
Oh, yeah.
They should be screaming your name from the rooftops.
Yeah.
Because when I see my man, listen, I let everybody know that's my man. When they talk about him in church or he doing something, I'm the first one standing up. That's right. Recognize. Over here is what we are. It's us. It's us together, you know. So when you love me out loud like that, it makes it easier for the wife, even if she's not even if she's like a shy person, because you do have personalities that are shy and are quiet, and sometimes they may not, you know, feel as comfortable doing stuff out loud and out front. But the more you do it to them, sometimes they're going to do it out loud because they want you to receive love the same way they receiving it. Tam said, a few months ago, I hurt my arm and I could not drive. He drove me to work for a month. Come on, Mike.
Yeah, Mike
drove me to work for a month, and a coworker said to me, "I want to pay. I don't. You want to pay a price? You're going to pay a price for that. He's going to want a whole lot after that." I said, "This is what we do. This for real, for real. How we take care of one another.
That's right.
I'm facts on like." That's what I'm talking about. That's
right
exactly
there,
what I'm. That right there. That attitude. That attitude. That hate coming against marriage.
Nah, man, nah, because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep doing it.
You know why?
You think this something I'm gonna do some more? Wait till when you see what I do next time.
Yeah, but you know why? It's because people, in a nutshell, do not know where and how real love feels.
What it looks, yeah.
They don't know what real love is. And they don't know what real love is. And 9 times out of 10 is because they're disconnect to the Father.
Come on.
It's a disconnect. It's a disconnect to the Father. If they really tapped in and really understood how much God really loved you, how much God really loves you, and how he treats you, the things that he does for you that you may not even recognize, you know, during your everyday life, just how much God loves you, then you'll be able to receive and understand the love that your spouse is giving to you. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes these people, they don't get it. They don't get it. Yes, it's me and your husband out loud, cheerleader. Yes, him and you against the world. But that's what I'm saying. They don't get it. And then they look on you. Oh, well, that's going to be fake. Oh, they're going to be broke up in 2 months. Oh, they're going to be broke up in a couple of years. Oh, wow. Look at them. Look, I don't care. Do it while you got them. Hello?
And maybe if you don't stop doing that, keep doing it, you might not be broke up.
You might not be broke up. Hello?
Ignore
these people. I hate it though because it's like marriage. You know, like nobody can't be happy around here. We happy.
Very happy.
We happy. No, everybody ain't. Listen, it's cloudy, rainy, sunshiny days all the time. You're gonna have ebbs and flows in your marriage. We're not sitting up here talking about you riding across a rainbow. I'm not saying that. But the rainbow is still there. All you gotta do is tap in. You can have a happy marriage. You can have a selfless marriage. You can be it cannot be about the what about me syndrome. You don't have to feel like you're taken for granted or neglected. Just have that good conversation with respect. You know, find the moment. Yeah. Find the time. Every time ain't the right time to say everything. Like if you got a bad day, don't be coming to him like, yeah, and on top of your bad day, I'm gonna add this.
Take this.
Like, yo, bro, you ain't doing me right. Like, come on, figure it out. You know, after you done made nice for a couple weeks or so, then you in a good space and well enough to receive what you have to say. But y'all should be able to talk to one another. Have some powwows.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Have a once in a month powwow. What can I do better, babe? What month? What did I did? What did I do this month that I could improve on?
That's good.
You know what I mean? Where is it that I can improve on that? Yeah. You know what I mean? What do I need to do to make your life better this month?
And
You
you
know?
you asked me that,
Yeah.
and I'm and that took me back, and I had to actually think what it was that you could do for
Because
me
I'm perfect. So I
that
know.
that you could do for me. You know what I mean? To make me that I couldn't give you an answer right
You
away.
couldn't give me
You
an
know what I
answer. I
mean?
must
And
be
it was
doing a
just
good
like,
job.
wow, like let me think about that. Like, let me, and I'll get back to you. You know what I mean? Because if I would have said, and I probably missed the moment because I probably should have said, well, "What can I do for you?" You know what I mean? But because I'm sure she might have.
No, I
But
really was being sincere because that day that was really the Lord that spoke to me and about being your helpmate.
yeah,
Like my job, my responsibility, my role,
uh,
not my responsibility, but my role is to love him and to help him. And where he may lack in an area and that I may be a little bit stronger in, I need to be that support.
amen.
I need to be the filler until we get on that even plane.
Yeah.
And then we had that conversation.
Mhm.
Because if that's the space, then it's like, okay, I'm helping you here, but I need you to come up a little bit more. So
Mm.
I don't feel like I'm carrying the weight because
Right.
that's not my
Right.
role.
You're not to carry anything.
No, that's
Right.
my
You're
my
not to
my
carry.
role is to help.
Right.
It's not to
And
carry.
you and I when I got hurt a couple years ago, my entire being was like ripped because I couldn't do anything for her. I couldn't do anything. She had to do everything for me. And I mean, to the point where they're carrying things in here. They had to take a chair out into
That was crazy.
trash then. Like there was an old chair that we had in here. We had to make space for my situation, and then we found they had to get that thing out of the house, and it was just like I couldn't do anything, and I was tearing up inside because how can I allow her to carry this thing? Like I don't know. I carry the weight. That's for my shoulders. I got big, broad shoulders. I can carry it. I can
You do.
handle. I can handle the pressure. I can handle the situation. I can handle the bills. I can handle all these different things. And I don't want you to have to worry about nothing. You know what I mean? When it comes to that. But where I do need help, I need this, I need that, and you're doing it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And so when you ask me, like, what can you do? Like, oh, that's a good question. It's
Yeah.
like, where am I at right now in my life to where, I can use the help or utilize the help, or where am I in deficient in certain areas? So that's some reflection for me to be able to
Right.
say, you know what? I can use your help with this because dot 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 dot. So thank you for
Oh,
asking
oh,
me
you're
that. You know
welcome.
what I mean? Because that meant a lot to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I didn't have an answer for you, I appreciate you
I
considering.
like that he didn't have answer.
So and same vice versa for us men,
Yeah.
we got to make sure that we on our game, like making sure that we looking to see what she needs. And one thing that Lord dropped on me a long time ago
Mm,
is that love never runs out.
mm,
Love never runs out. It
mm.
says love never fails. Like you keep doing, you keep giving, you keep giving your spouse what they need in those moments of time. Because if you continue, you can't run out of it.
Yeah.
Because you are made in the image and likeness of God. And God is love, right? And if you're made in his image and the likeness and you're a child of God, you're a son of God, then you must be able to continue to give out of yourself what your wife needs in the time moments in moments of weakness and the moments of times in her life when she's feeling those moments of I just feel like I'm giving so much, I'm doing so much. I just need you. Do you hear me, baby? Do you know what I need? And you got to be able to take and say, okay, I didn't know that, but yes, I'm gonna give that to you, regardless of how you're feeling. But
Mhm.
then you have to be able to respond to that too, and be able to say, well, I could use help with this. I can use more of you doing this. You know what I mean? And then if y'all are both receptive and hearing one another and not so defensive, sky's the limit for your marriage because there's nothing that's going to stop you. Love never runs out. So keep giving love.
Yeah, and that's the point because I think a lot of times when people associate the word love and doing and being selfless and having a what about me syndrome is they are dependent upon the feeling to back up their action.
Right.
No, that's not where love comes from.
Right.
Love, a lot of time, love comes from just doing. Love in action. It comes from just doing. It comes from obedience. Because the Bible says, if you love me, you will keep my
Come.
commandments. It didn't say if you feel like you love me, It didn't say nothing about your feelings. It said everything about what you're doing. It says everything about do. It says do. You will keep my commandments. That means that you have to do something in order to show your love. It's not you have to feel something in order to show your love. And this world is based on feelings because feelings lie. So heavy on and they shifty, they wavy, they go up and down. One day you feel like, oh, he the best thing since sliced bread, and then he make you mad, and you be like, whatever. But feelings go away. Yeah. But when you come to the end of yourself, that's when you can dip in and dive in into the love of God. Yes. That's when all the love that God is that's in you begin to exude and show out on them. And you really have to have that relationship with God. You really have to have that relationship with God in order for you to tap into a thing like that. You can't just get it from this world. You can't just get it from what you think, because the world relies on feelings. The world relies on love as feelings. That's why they want to create all these marry me signs and all these engagement top. Everybody want to over the top engagements, and that's why everybody want to do all this over the top stuff, is because they are relying on feelings. And they do all that, they engage for 1 month, and if they do get married, they ain't married no more than a year, because you're relying on what it feels like. What it feels like. If you're gonna rely on feelings in marriage, you're gonna be in trouble.
Somebody
Trouble.
I believe it's Pastor Lambert and then Pastor Martin too. They were both talking about love is not a feeling.
It's not.
And when they first said that, I was like, "What?
Yeah.
Like, what you mean? Like, no, I feel love. I feel love all the time for my wife. Like, no, what you mean? Love is not a
Amen.
feeling, but it's not a feeling because there's moments where you don't always feel. There's moments where you don't always feel love. You don't always feel like you have um that moment, but it's a decision.
Yeah.
You choose. You
Yeah.
choose to love. You choose to be committed. You choose to make that commitment in your life to where it's like, I don't care what happens. I don't care what I'm not getting. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that because you deserve it because you're a child of God. You're a daughter.
And because when you think about it, married couples out here, when you think about it, when y'all go away on vacation, y'all cater to one another. Y'all on top, y'all doing everything together. And that same feeling and that same action that is taking place when y'all on vacation, it has to be at home. You can't there are times where you come away and it can be like that. Yes, you have distractions, you have responsibilities, but the core of what you are on vacation need to be the core of what you are at home. And a lot of times that's what happens. You like, well, we good on vacation, but when we came home, you allowed all that to slip away because you took your attention off of your wife. You took your attention off of your husband. You took the attention that is necessary. Like, yeah, you got responsibilities, but you have to be focused. You have to really know exactly where you're going and what you're doing, which is that we really had to get rid of some defensive behaviors in order to show the love of God. Yep. That God wants us to show. That also allows growth in the relationship. Right. Defensive, being defensive against everything. And that goes back to, you don't have to be with your husband or your wife. How do you trust me with your heart and you can't trust the words that are coming out of my mouth that it means for good?
That part. Being able to trust that you have the
Yeah.
best interest in mind for me.
Yeah.
The very same for you,
Right.
and vice versa. It is like I, that gets me because it's like you're supposed to be that one.
Mm-hmm.
You are supposed to be that special one for me. Why don't I feel? You
Right.
know what I mean? That feeling like
Yeah, and it's like, the same thing is, and it's true, because how do you do that? How do you commit your how do you not do it? How do you not do it? This is the person that you are with physically, intimately, emotionally, and all those things. And you can't trust the words that I'm saying. Like, the words that I'm saying, I'm not just saying them just to say them. Like, it's really having an effect. Like, some people, like, you got to know who you marry.
right.
You do got to know you married, because if you marrying somebody that's mean and you ain't marrying the right one and you just let it ride out like that, you in trouble. You know what I mean? But there's hope for you.
There is hope.
There's always hope. It's always a turning point. So you got to get your communication right.
Get the communication. Have the conversation.
Have the
Have
conversation.
the discussion.
Have the
And
discussion.
listen.
Li-
Hear.
Listen in here.
And don't be defensive.
Yes, that is a
Listen
good
really
point, Tim.
fucking
You
really.
cannot be defensive.
Gotta,
Don't be defensive.
you gotta hear what's being said and then be able to respond in kind, saying, you know what, I didn't know you felt that way.
Right.
Or if you did know they felt that way,
I'm sorry.
I,
Forgive me is better.
it's just that simple.
Right.
It's releasing. Excuse me. It's releasing the pride. We're fighting.
Pride. Yeah, yeah. Pride.
Releasing that pride. You know what I'm releasing, because all pride does is say what about me?
Right.
Pride says, oh, am I going to really die if I eat this apple? You know what I mean? I want to taste it. I want to. It looks good.
Right.
It smells good. It. I want to taste it. I.
Mm-hmm.
I want this. I want that. I want that. I want to do that. It can stem from pride. It can stem from covetousness when you see other people doing certain things in life on social media. And a lot of times, social media, television, all this reality TV stuff is scripted.
Scripted.
Scripted to
It ain't real.
To get you to want stuff, to want bags and all these purses and shoes, and want to be able to do all of this different stuff. It's all scripted.
Listen. Yes.
All that being said,
that pride is dangerous, Tan.
all that being said, don't allow what you see to become what you desire, because those things are not, they're fleeting. They're so fleeting. It's things of this world. It's things
right. So what the Bible said, all that is in the world is what?
Lust of the eye, lust of the flesh, and the pride of life.
There it is.
And it all stems from that. It was from the garden, and it comes to attack our marriages.
Right.
Those things where we feel like we're not getting gratified, we're not getting satisfied, we're not getting what we need, we're not getting what we want. All of that is a lie and a trick of the enemy. Sometimes it's valid, but when it comes to the point where you're like feeling like, oh, to have the conversation, and then you're able to hear each other and discuss it and really get it out on the table and not be defensive like we spent before. I'm telling you, y'all, sky's the limit.
Yes.
And you will not fail.
Listen, we don't want y'all to have the what about me syndrome. Don't be like that.
Don't have it.
Don't be like that. It's so simple. It's so simple. It's so simple. People always want to say, no, it ain't. It's all common. No, it ain't. All it does is take you a saying, hey, I prefer my husband over myself. Vice versa. I prefer my
over myself.
That's right. And once you come to that conclusion within your marriage, then things can get better. Right now, listen, we do have an adversary out there that want to destroy us. He want to destroy the oneness. But that's why you pray together. That's why you honor God in your life. You honor God in relationship, just not just singularly with you personally with God, but you personally, y'all together with God, and then involve your family together so that unity can be solidified and sealed and properly connected so that God is the center of your relationships all the way around, through and through. And with that, what it says, in all thy ways acknowledge him and he will direct our path. It's a hymn that always say, how do we often forfeit because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. So you need to be praying, wife. You need to be praying, husband. So when the communication is had, when timing is everything. God is about time and order. Timing is about everything. When should I say it? How should I say it? What day should I say it? Sometimes we are like that. We're people. We're humans. We're moody. We're emotional kind of people sometimes. So we do need those space and times when those seasons when we're allowed and able to do this. You know what I mean? We love y'all, man. Listen.
Love y'all.
It's great, man. It's great. It's great, man. I love talking marriage, y'all. Because, listen, marriage is good.
It is beautiful.
Happy marriages. Happy marriages. Love in action, y'all. Oh, yeah. Listen, we're going to pop off on here. We hitting our little hour time. But don't miss out on this. Listen, take your opportunity right now to share this page and listen, get some people up on here for him because we're gonna be talking good stuff. This is just our second little episode, but guess what? We got more coming in March. Yes, we're gonna be dropping our next video in March. And guess what? We got a surprise for y'all. We're gonna stay tuned for it. We're gonna let y'all in on it. It's a little sneak. Yes, we're gonna let y'all in on it. We got some exciting things happening. We got some great things happening. And we're gonna look forward to some more great conversation. I'm telling you, next month we got a couple surprises. Oh, I'm excited. You got tuned in, y'all. I'm telling y'all, share this. Listen, we just want to talk good. We just want to talk right.
And we just
listen.
encourage the people.
Yeah, encourage y'all, man. Encourage yourselves too.
You might not be perfect people,
right?
But with Christ in the middle,
right,
you will always be
perfectly matched. All right.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. God be with y'all. Y'all have a great night. Happy we had a sunshiny day, man. God love. Listen. We all good, man.
Hey, love is in your face.
All right, now go like, share, subscribe on our YouTube channel too, as well as Facebook, Instagram. We'll be on TikTok soon. Let's go. Twitter, it's X now. We next.
Like, share, subscribe.
There you go. All that. Perfectly matched, y'all.